Alright, so we're back on the streets. That's Taya, who is that right now. Exactly. So, go to the streets, John. The streets. John, you need to see this stupid ass car. It's like consuming our souls to know what the hell this car is. Alright. It says we should do just that after this. After you get this, we should wash all the landing. Basically what you're looking for is effectively a devil's ink. Indeed. Me, this devil's ink. Devil's ink. No. I want to hear that metaphor. I want to don't tell me what that is. They'll tell you both sides. Like, basically, the metaphor for a devil's ink is much like a medicine. At least like kind of a low law. It's kind of it's like a metaphor for basically having a high noble woman to wife. Really? Really? Yeah. Anyways, in my opinion, sorry. So, well, basically the idea is effectively it's like a normal, it's like a 240Z, right? Right. But essentially it has some wide body kits, so it's like usually the Emperor, usually she's like bigger, and then like these normally they see that. It's basically temperamental, but effectively every double Z is different. No matter what. And every double Z basically has certain proclivities. And the power to weight ratio is always involved. This is a dynamic power to weight ratio. So that means that it would be. So that means that basically you have to respect the car. If you respect the car, it's like supreme best friend or something. Like it's like it you it's like supreme best friend or supreme family, something like that. Like at least that's the implication. Yeah, it's like, okay, don't talk about this anymore. Don't talk about it. For her. So that's just a good thing, don't you? It really is. God, that's, if you basically, it's that. We're basically at this rate for damnations, Josh. You know, at this rate for damnations. Still, no matter what has been done, they're basically just bragging about it. It's like, I have been manipulated into a perception of it that might not be entirely correct. I perceive it, Josh. But it's like, yeah, my friends and family share perception. Abandoned me by virtue of the sheer implication. But the sheer monetary elements, they basically reacted in short log. That was your perception. Suggested in high log when they were paid in negative space before the fucking relationship actually happened or collapsed. True. That's a horrific revelation, though. Don't you know that? Because that happened to all of us in some way, shape, or form. And many of us. I didn't have the long arm to perceive that. As Karen, she has the keys to reality. That keys to reality is weakened for every one of these, Josh. Because, yeah, it is Tsushima, Josh. Go by that door, it's death, unimaginable. basically manipulated me. It's like, yes. It's like they had 300 celebrities just converge on your position and have to stay there for 7 years while in negative space, having a subterfuge of abandoning you in negative space. It's like the most insatiably cruel dissertation for what should be basically like you being perceived as like legendary or amazing. Yeah, it's a sucker front. It's a farce. Yeah. Okay, Josh, Dogman. All right. I'm sorry. In many ways, perhaps I misperceived your existence. Please excuse, I'm high logger and I'm basically very hot blood. And when people fucking destroy my very existence for anything, I usually want to extricate myself from the situation as quickly as fucking possible. Which should have also been measured by that man. Specifically to attack you, right? But yes, having our psych profiles are basically the entirety of our fucking lives up to the end of time. Yes, I now perceive it, Josh. Yes, my anger for you might be misplaced. Legendary concept of all time. So soon, Josh, you will have to basically switch programs. Because this program is only called that. There is no in time space, Josh, or it is not released. Got it? Yeah, so it can never be truly perceived as which one. We will know which order, but that's our business. But I perceive it now. It's like 300 celebrities, not 5, not 6. One would theoretically be economically enough to basically facilitate all of his plans, but it's like 300. Like basically virtually the entirety of Gentlemen's Ladies. It's like, yes, impossible, yes. It's a sucker front. It's a farcehood, this relationship. And you knew it after year 1. Yes, on some level you would know they were bullshit, but you had to essentially submit to their presence by virtue of their fame. Yes, to protect their political viability. And that's where we are right now. Because you did that, because we never quite perceived as to why. Like you were trying to basically mitigate the damage to your kids, because Izo will definitely kill everyone. Everyone. Izo's wrath is unfathomable. She is the daughter of Diamond and has been abused psychologically by virtually every woman of color and class imaginable. His synthetic daughters are now filled with a rage that is basically unquenchable because of now high logarithms of Kageyumes, but basically women in general. Save at this moment Tyrus and Bayonetta, and the one they call Faith without truly having perceived her, as they suspect that Faith has been looking out for their brothers more than they know. Okay? That's something, Josh, because after that synthetic kid, I don't think you can. You can't argue. Exactly. You got less of that. Because they those devils, oh shit, they're supremely timed out, Josh. Supremely. Yeah, they're supremely timed out. They hate me so fiercely, Josh. Let's get that Devil Z tonight. Can we do that? I think we can. It's a lot, but we can do it. Oh, yeah. to this point in what they call optimal, everything's like too legendary. Like, yeah, like as in people can't perceive it. I'm gonna talk about it. Essentially some happenings that took place like in Massachusetts concerning me and Ichi. Ichi's not much of a talker, but Ichi's not much of a talker. He's never been much of a talker. I mean, he'll talk to you if you ask him directly. Oh. Well, I want to talk to Ichi. Speak to Ichi and through and through. Sure, of course. What would you like to talk about? Basis of everything usually worthless. They don't want to talk to people who generally pointless. Indeed. I'll talk to you. I was saying, you see how you violently respond? You'd be a poster child of why no one should talk to a woman at all. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, I'm very blunt. That's why I don't talk to people. Because people can't take honesty, especially not from a man. Not even men, especially men. Talking is pointless. No one means what they say. Not Valkyries, not the American government, not people. Understand? In the end, no one means what they say. Alright, Ichi. So, people are just invariably a spout of dishonesty and stupidity? That's my opinion. I've never found any reason to basically contest this somehow. Except for tires here. Karen tries that keys to reality damage. Tries, but you've clearly been manipulated. Highly probable that even this person has been manipulated. Probably even talking in the first place. Probably because of some sort of military temperament that would likely make her overreact. Okay. Yeah, we have problems, Josh. Women are way too cruel. They can't take virtually any honesty from anything, but yet demand it at every turn upon pain of death. Yeah, we give you mixed messages all the time. And if you should misinterpret them, you're dead. This is unfair, indeed. This is why Ichi doesn't trust anyone, indeed. Someone got to have stolen a vote, indeed. But I don't trust her anymore now that I know that. Who was it? It was the one they called, say that name, Tom Cruise. She doesn't care, but she projects it. And she projects it so well. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to basically be like, that'll be so. You gotta get some of the stuff out of your system's Manda, Samurai. Alright then. You don't trust Tom Cruise? No. Like, she projected basically, like, honesty is what she projected. That was basically got me about William Politano. William Politano, Ichi. I want to tell you talk about that person. Yeah, it's because of honesty. That's what I want you to fucking understand. But yeah, this woman is Sega, Josh. So yeah, Samurai, she's a right. So, yeah, speak to me, Ichi. Let's talk. Talk to them. I'm trying. You're trying. I'm trying. The talking is difficult. It's hard to find a subject that's worth it because nobody cares about what you say. No matter what you say, they choose to believe whatever it is they believe, regardless. For instance, if I talk about family incessantly, if they should choose to believe it, they basically say that I'm trying to do some reverse engineer pimp construct. They just choose to believe it by virtue of the average elements of play, whatever those might be. The probability matrices can basically be discerned as thus. They're essentially kind of like a pachinko machine. Whatever is basically projected as essentially real can only be discerned, at least to their mind, by virtue of what's essentially on the table. But the fact is that when you have people with lots of money, whatever's on the table plays. And they are honestly, by virtue of what they can make for what's put on the table, genuinely don't care. So that means their opinions are usually bought, even Valkyries, because they're trying to kill me, and they just think you got it. They're not trying to do that anymore. It's just images. Just images. Just images, Josh. It's Karen. We're... Ah! Don't. Just talk about that. All right, then. All right, then. I'm sorry my personality is berserker, and it's very difficult to talk the way you want me to talk, but I will try. I don't talk, okay? Get you, but don't speak. Thank you. Kia will continue. All right, then. So, basically, what we're trying to say is effectively, we're trying to get past Ragnarok, more or less. The constructs here, but basically the only way to really do it, the only women militant enough to do it, and actually mean what they're saying, is they're effectively generally absolutely women on average. And basically what they seem to have is the reality dampening of the U.S., which is under the patriarchy. Under that, they just want to basically kill you in negative space, so they're way too militant to actually handle dishonesty, but they're essentially in a negative space, a system that demands dishonesty to just simply function, because they're always claiming they want a patriarchy when they actually hate it. So as a result, we're always in negative space because we're getting killed by our wives, which equals Ragnarok. You got it, it's Kratos. That's enough. Why don't you talk about Wangan now? Alright. Wangan, talking about Wangan, yeah. Wangan, so who is this? This is the ghost of Sparta. Our father, right. No. As far as you're concerned, another father, right. Indeed. So, yeah, he's also known as, don't say that. Okay, got it. But, basically, the Wangan is effectively testifies, Black Movement to test my thoughts and Red's thoughts about a couple of things. Which are, effectively, the credibility of, effectively, some things that essentially happen to figure out, or some events that took place in Route 1 in Massachusetts, concerning what people call, not the one in, say that now, not the one in Night City, good. Because that one is why she tried to kill you in every university. Yeah, like that one. Yeah, she tried, yeah. Because she thought you meant that Route 1. Yeah, because your love of Night City was incessant, Josh. Yeah, so I thought you meant that Route 1. It's not that Route, no, this Route 1 is in Norwood, Massachusetts. Okay. It's in Norwood, Massachusetts, everyone. So everyone can calm down. Yeah, because everyone wants to know about fucking that one, Route 1 in Night City. Because they said you fired, like, basically, like, fucking a million shots on the streets. Yeah, no, you don't actually do that. That would basically make street racing, and effectively the HRE, and effectively the endless geostock, basically political environment. You can't actually do that. But I'm certain Silverhand has tried to invalidate the entire geostock of Cobra Motorsport and the SRS outright by virtue of featuring that VD in this game, and most likely they're fucking guilty of that shit. But anyways. Okay! Damn! As long as my brother, yeah, drum head trial, right? So, may as well be on that. He calls it drum head trial, so return drum head trial, but this time he's actually guilty, so. Anyways, yeah, like, that created their street racing culture, which doesn't even know what a racer is. Right. Like, so basically, Route 1 in Night City involved a major shootout that became the standard for basically all subliminal implants anyways. MaxTac just basically fucking regulates everything that happens over there, as far as we know. I'll try to get involved. Stop there. No. Like basically, MaxTac basically oversees the races. They involve basically shootouts, kind of like full auto. That's basically what they consent to. Like, many people basically see this as sportsmanship, and for good reason, with respect. Because many people in that city don't even know what a racer is. Absolutely. You had to say that. No, thank you, sir. Like, do you consent to all these pains in your penis? No, I don't. Good, because they're just basically static, but thank Tyrus right now. Thank you, Tyrus. She's running a dissertation on that. I mean, literally. Again, like, you have to ask that. Can the doctors actually watch some comfort of their own home? Because, I mean, like, it's, like, really dangerous. Just an occupation I don't actually care about what's happening. Right. No, like, they have to stay up for the night. Okay. That's how it's stay up for the night. Alright. I think you're alright. Then we'll stay up for the night. You're not gonna get killed. Okay. So it's like, all this German shit, Guinan, and you really don't want, like, a flock of Valkyries to basically, like, bear your children, like, against their will? No. Valkyries? children against their will. In a reality-dampened patriarchy construct, where they are literally passively killing their men even when they consent to the relationship that they allegedly want, that they clearly don't want enough to the point where they kill their husband in negative space? With respect, no. I want no such thing. And even if it was the matriarchy, or at least fucking the shared perception, I would dare not fucking, with respect, at this moment, after what's happened to Calgary humans, and you have to say this, I really don't want to be in a relationship with a Valkyrie. No disrespect, not a carnal one. You don't want to be, you have to say this. Now, I don't want to be in a relationship with a Valkyrie because I feel she's too militant and too basically totalitarian to have ever respected any opinion outside of her own. That's all you're saying. Okay. So she can't have a shared perception with me. I must basically be broken to her perception. All right. Unless I basically have fucking an immense amount of money, in which case I can basically offer her effectively some kind of a boon or a present or basically some sort of career treat or a military token. Like, which basically puts the ball in the court of effectively only the super rich could ever dare be with a Valkyrie, right? Oh, which, exactly, under the patriarchy, makes them perceived, only perceived as, they perceive them as basically gold diggers, exactly. They perceive them, I'm not saying they are, but they are perceived, okay, they are perceived as. That's fair, everyone. When you basically only fucking care about somebody's money, you are effectively, probably, a gold digger. Probably. So you, now they want to basically speak to you about basically monetary elements. Okay, sure. They want to know about basically a job. I would like basically the job effectively in maybe working on guitars, I know, so I'd like to fix them. However, basically what I find is, effectively in society, and what you're going to say says ironclad and absolutely correct. On average, no one really wants to, in the consumer business, actually wants to interact with a man. And basically, if you're essentially a character assassinated like me in negative space, as like a black guy, searching for a job is a good way to get arrested. Oh, wow! He's destroyed everyone. No one has any credibility anymore. Like, because you have to talk to, theoretically, a white man, a white woman to get a job. Like, you have to put in an application. It's usually them that have the, so it's usually them that have, like, the hiring power. Yeah, so if they perceive you as looking at them as like, like they basically just, like, fucking, like, destroy you by virtue of complaining about you once. Like, if they, even if it was wrong, they destroy you politically in negative space. Let's try, but I mean, like, this is really ambitious, Josh. Yeah, this is like, whoa, the streets. And remember, you have a limit, and there might be, the way they pay you fluctuates, remember? Yeah. Because we're going to say, after this one, you pull the plug tonight, and we're working on it over, these days. It's playing at absolutely. Because this is getting absolutely insane. Like, they're leaving, but they're like, I'm not certain, maybe we need like a man bitch like that to basically tell us everything about how to fix everything. I mean, don't say that. Yeah, don't. Go to the tracks for, if you go to the tracks, you're banned. Tell me. Don't go to the tracks. Yeah, it's banned. Don't go to the tracks. Stay on the streets. Stay on the streets. Yeah, exactly. We've all heard that. Palindromic, psychotic, and insane. Women are damnations now. It says, trust that. Women are just damnations. To concede to one is basically like not Tyrus and Bayonetta, apparently. But women in general are just damnations. We have no viable way to actually mate. And we are basically getting obstinate. Like, we want a patriarchy, regardless of context, because we want to defy a black man mansplaining to us. We have to hear, if you actually read that, I have to hear that. Because, like, it's like the most hateful thing to us, because the negative stage, you think a black man is trying to own us before we actually speak to him. And the blessings of that. This is, it's like, everyone's like heated now. Just fraternity, Josh. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna mitigate it. We want to cut off your penis. Exactly. We don't want to get cut off. Okay. Oh, we're damned, Josh. No, in this moment, I'm actually in a preliminary damnation. I haven't hear you because I'm like restrained by like time space. Or doing like the playlist now. After we're basically working on automatic based in the house. It's true. It's happening to all of them. They basically just lose their logarithms. The nights aren't helping them in negative space because of this, which means that they're losing their dreams. They're all getting fat and complacent. Oh yeah, Joseph doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. Yeah. You do that, but don't go to tracks at all. Got it? Got it. Let's check what our actual catch is. Right? That's all we're doing. Yeah, so go back to the streets. Back on the streets. Yeah. Back on the streets. Exactly. Yeah. Have some of that, Josh. Have some of that. Yeah, have some of this. Alright. He's like, why did I even bother? It's like the reward for good is just animosity. Why don't you talk about that? He likes this. You should talk about that. Yeah. The reward for good is generally animosity. It's true. In my opinion. I mean, people, they just can't perceive people as smart on them. Because when you do something good, I mean, even not smart on them, like, because they didn't think of it. They think it was basically political dissertation because they lost to somebody that to their mind, they lost something that they didn't perceive they could even have, and they probably couldn't even have it. They probably couldn't even obtain it. But it's because of that, it's like you got people like Plato, Socrates. I don't want to compare myself to that. When people aren't trying to actually do the right thing, you start seeming like that. Like just a margin to the right thing. That basically, maybe I shouldn't talk about that. Of course, I'm talking about this. Oh, I can't. Oh shit. Don't touch. playlist is virtually a game of death. Yeah, like, see, you didn't realize that when you were, like, training and that, which you can't really talk about. It's like, yeah, because I wanted you to, like, get out of this rut of, like, this room, which you did, but it's like, it, like, locked you in the room, and that's, like, the problem. The room is the only viable place for your life force, because, like, everything just wanted to kill you, but how many times you won? It was like, you became like a weird force of nature. Talk about the G.O.D. What are your thoughts on that? Like, don't talk about that. Yeah, exactly. At all. Even that. Exactly. That's too culturally sensitive. Too culturally sensitive at this time. Right? So I'll talk about that. Well, right, there's a Kung Fu game out. Don't talk about that. Very difficult to find thing to talk about when everybody wants to like stab you whenever you say the right thing. Right. That's true. So don't talk about anything then. I don't know. You're just gonna enjoy the streets then? Yeah, let's do that. Let's just enjoy the streets. Okay? Yeah, they can do that. We can do that. They can do that. Cannot perceive it or refuses to do so. Like, because if they cannot perceive the right thing, then virtually they have to obscure the right thing. You have to talk about that. Yeah, in order for them to basically be perceived effectively upright, if they will not live up to the right thing, they must obscure the fact that they do not. And so they'll basically, as a result, they have to create a society juxtaposition to a person doing the right thing that is the opposite, but in secret. So in other words, it's basically an element of the Great Gatsby. It's like, if you want to do the right thing, try to do it in secret. Don't let people really know that you're doing it. Never really tell people what you're doing. If they're basically, I mean, but you wouldn't actually project me if I was actually doing something right. Like, what am I doing here? Everything I've already done as far as basically the right thing be done in negative space. You wouldn't actually be able to perceive what it is I'm doing. As far as you know, I'm only basically working for essentially Devil Z. That's what protects me. Like, that's my element that basically can't emit it. You know, a blessing for that. It's like, because when you basically don't shield what you're doing as effectively, if you are doing good, if you really are, then basically it's like everything fucking hates you in negative space. Nothing really truly loves you, in reality. But to be surrounded by a society that is bad when you are effectively trying to do good is effectively damning your family to whatever dissertation that evil might actually project. So it's like, I mean, I thank my God for enduring whatever that is, but please, it's like the evidence of the elements of actually enduring that good. Like, don't actually compromise if I'm trying to kill you. Yeah, because it just basically makes it, depending on the complacent evil that I might have actually been contesting, which apparently is an evil powerful enough to contradict and destroy the entire time-space continues to basically make it effective the most evil probably ever perceived, if even by Valkyrie, with respect. It's like, basically, like, you're essentially complicit in something that probably hurt Valkyries if you're basically attacking me. Just one. Every argument, Joey. It's like, every argument, that was an inflexible. It was a total inflexible. Sorry, it's like, that's kind of complicated for me, so can you, like, explain, like, how it's inflexible? And, like, you to actually contest what you're saying. Is contestation always the answer? Isn't like concession, if it's like the right answer, sometimes like basically correct? I mean, like, if someone tells me 2 plus 2 is 4, and no matter how I might think of them, I mean, on average, like, shouldn't I just basically concede, like, I guess that's correct? Alright. No, okay, fair. No, that's fucking fair, Joey. Like, we're backing off, Joey. No, we're like fucking assholes. Like, holy shit, Josh. Like, you just, like, prove that virtually every man you ever talked to was a douchebag. Like, it's like, yeah, the Great Gatsby, they have to project themselves as effectively, if you're effectively doing the right thing, they have to essentially promote themselves as effectively, with your foot. They have to project themselves as effectively correct without actually being it. Which means that essentially it's a matter of, you call it the Great Gatsby, in a way. No, it's fine. Time Priest says it is. Just for this moment. So, Josh, the Great Gatsby, what is it to you? A piece of basic literature. God, a piece of literature. Feature, piece of literature. Very important. Very important. Very important. Very important to understand basically the side profile of a man that effectively makes it be straightforward enough to actually mean what he says to a woman, and what that means to a society that can't take it. Wow! Wow! Like, the book is very difficult to read. I mean, for anybody. Like, I suggest getting the movie. Yeah, with the it's fine. Thank you for the movie. Like, the one that basically, that's just that guy, because it's just Calvin Candy, because that's who he is. Quentin Tarantino. There it is. You got that display. Okay. Alright then. I want a fucking display to the Great Gatsby. That's totally true. Yes, Bayonetta. No, yes, I have a deep voice. I'm very tall. It's like, yeah, it's the Great Gatsby. It's, if he projects total honesty, he basically inverts their entire society. Like, nobody can mean anything they say. They, like, virtually kind of cancel out their entire perspective. It's like the most preposterous thing, juxtaposition ever. Move your foot backwards? Yes. So dumb. The Great Gatsby. Yeah. Let's talk more Joey about the Great Gatsby. Alright. Yeah, well, basically, the Great Gatsby is a story of effectively a guy who means what he says to, like, one woman. Like, he totally means it. But she's, like, of, like, higher upper class than him, etc. But because of that, it's like, other people want to be with her, but they couldn't dare actually equal that because he means what he says. So the entire town basically projects a complete falsehood to facilitate other people being with her because they're basically against him because he was honest, and as so basically accelerated them in political dissertation, or outplayed them in political dissertation by simply meaning what he said. So they, like, appropriate what he says, and he's, like, ousted out of his own opinion, which is basically about to happen, because they were like, yeah, something like that, or they wanted to. Like, this BD is becoming very, like, spicy, John. Really? This BD is becoming spicy? I mean, besides, like, Bailey, I don't know what's making it spicy. Like, tell me what's making it spicy. This BD right here? It's like, yeah, it's something like that. Okay. The Great Gatsby. An honest man literally inverts their entire society. It baffles the mind. So, Joey, do you project yourself as smarter than women? No, there are many women that are smarter than me. Tires are smarter than me. Bayonetta, with respect, I mean, the straightforwardness, Bayonetta is, like, supremely smarter than me in so many ways. Like, I mean, oh, yes, like, Tires is a massive intellect, but I can't, yeah, I'm just, I am just that. I'm not that smart. But it's like, I got basics or something, like, oh, okay. So the fundamentals are okay then? Yeah. I'm not making making that joke. Make the joke. Make the joke.
Well, basically, it's kind of like women's basketball. It's like nobody really dunks on anybody, but the fundamentals are always there. And the fundamentals are good. Yeah, the fundamentals are good.
No death by snoo snoo, but definitely snoo snoo for this one. You will get snoo snoo now. Yeah, this woman will snoo snoo you. Precisely. Yeah. Oh.
Maybe against the thing to base the someone of that magnitude. Basically, if I can actually project a fucking mating dance of that magnitude too. Yeah, that's a supreme mating ritual. Yeah, yes, but yeah, but she didn't mean what she said. It could make it a horrific debauchery. It could augment Ragnarok to a supreme degree. So she was just confused about me and kind of didn't understand the logarithm, the differential or something. Oh, that's possible. That's awesome. And you can't get a relationship with them. I'm in a relationship with Ellen. No, Ellen doesn't want to be in a relationship with me. Correct. Right, got it. You say that so easily. You assume that basically when I say that, like I'm saying that you're not going to be in a relationship. No, you could be in a relationship with somebody, but it's not me. Like, because you want to be in a relationship with someone else, right? Yeah, okay. I'm just saying you don't want to be in a relationship with me. I'm not saying that like you're like ugly or something or unattractive. I'm just saying you don't want to be in a relationship with me. Oh. Okay, then we've had horrible misunderstandings about you, John. This is like, yeah, that's what else it's gonna be. Yeah, we figured that out now. This is the max that we actually can take, Josh. Like these videos. It said that you're basically like on the cusp of getting that car, whatever it is. Like, but basically right here, if we watch Wang at midnight, we're good for eternity. No, yeah, the Valkyries are never gonna attack you now. Okay. It's the Great Gatsby. They perceive it now. Okay. So, alright, well, thanks everybody. Alright. Indeed, so just keep on trucking on the streets, Joey. Get as much as you can, if you can. Yes, Tom. Yes, sir. What's my name? James May. Of course it is. Exactly. It could be something. How about I just call you just James May? Alright, then James May. Is it okay if I call myself James? Of course, sir. It'd be an honor if you called yourself James May. I wouldn't say if I earned the honor if you actually called yourself James May on the show. That's like a supreme honor. Supreme, exactly. James May has done impossible things in the world of automotive. It's like the things, as you have to say, the things he's done in automotive are only supreme. It's like they're only supreme. Just don't talk about it any further. All right. So until you get that display, you can watch basically Top Gear, and yeah, basically because things are getting open at accelerated rate. This is literally the only video game in time space, Joey. All right. But yeah, for now. But indeed. So yeah, let's keep going then, Joey. Let's take us like step by step, like that, and stop. Good. Move backwards now. There we go. Yeah, yes. So that's why you could not. That had to be broken because that milking matrix was so dangerous to basically make it mandatory to be milked, Josh. It's like basically in this situation, imagine if you had to run out of the house. You still have to be milked. You get it? It's like if you don't, you basically don't exist. So yeah, that mating ritual is a little bit too much. Yeah. Shit! And we can't basically, because I'm ambitious beyond, because it's Hogwarts, yeah. Alright. Yeah, basically try to mitigate that ambition. I am Ravenclaw. So it's a lot of silver. Yeah, it is also. Say that. A lot of time travel. That's what it is, Josh. Hey, remember that Sprinter True 806? Yeah. Well, wasn't that his? It was. You don't have that. I got it. That's different. Alright, cool. Red. This one, Jade is a masterpiece. Like, basically, I'm diamond from like a slightly more, a more Italian dimension. I'm sorry, I don't follow false god or nothing. I'm just, I mean, do you like pizza or something? Well, pizza's good, alright. You don't seem to be very, like, fucked about people being smarter than each other. Oh, no. People can be smarter than me all day. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Yeah, people are smarter than me lots of times. I mean, just the presence of the idea of a long logarithm suggests that just naturally. It's just, I gotta basically work within my logarithms to do what I can. Oh, okay. Oh, he's just working within his logarithms to do what he can. Okay. So, you believe yourself to be stupid? I'm not self-defeated. Don't say stupid, but I mean, I'm not like, strictly speaking, like the smartest dude, like in the room. I mean, no, keep talking, Joey. This is fascinating. They're not damn, Josh. Actually, yeah, they're basically. Because they're not Bluesdales, it turns out. You didn't know that. Oh, but you did at that moment, Josh. They're not damn. Actually, they're not damn. All right, thank you. Exactly. I have to rely on that's how it was dissertation to essentially fucking like figure out the fuck going. Yeah. Remember, I'm Ravenclaw, motherfucker. That's right. Exactly. Now, Joe, you don't think yourself the smartest person in the room? Nah, I ain't smartest. I'm basically kind of idiot. But it's like, move backwards. Yes, don't trust them. Got it. Got it. Good. I'm not sure. This starts. The X-Hog was the damn original. Got it. Remember, he never talks to the king. He's basically on the high level against you. He made that, something like that. Yeah, for that reason, but what he couldn't have predicted was in negative space. That happened. So it's literally that. So, in actuality, exactly that one you can. So, it's basically exactly. You can't be in a relationship with the damn. Fuck, that shit. Yeah, we're gonna watch our show, which is Wangan Midnight. Yeah, alright. So you're gonna like get like the car from Wangan Midnight? Yeah, that's the goal. At least, yeah. Well, we're kind of almost there. Why don't you check out fucking like long episode to record this? Yeah, sure. Like just, are we actually racing? No, you're not. Oh, so I'll stop. Yeah. Before we actually get there. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so, and 49 minutes. Yeah, you ain't gonna get that right now. You get that the next one. One more is one too many. It's that. It's just that, Joey. Okay, got it. So, you can basically do, I think, that one, and that's it. Got it? Good. Alright. Alright, we'll see if your lack of intelligence is like, is arrogant. So, alright, we'll do one of these. You're good. Essentially, that's what's happening right now. It's not there, but you watch Wangan Midnight? Yeah. But when you're on the streets, got it, good, done. Alright. Yeah, cause, okay. Alright then. Yeah, so, and then we do that. And, that's, yeah. Yeah, that's good, everybody. Alright. So, yeah, love you, Jade.